remember, no one can see you. So no matter what you say, no one can see you.
Okay.
It has been a very quiet 6 months here at the Bellarine Secondary College on the weekend, but action is ramping up. It is the Bellarine Storm taking on the Hume City Broncos here in this round one Big V Championship women's matchup. My name is Hume Moore, and joining me in the commentary booth this afternoon is Youth League women's player Summer Field. Welcome, Summer. How good is it that basketball is back here on the Bellarine? Massive crowd in, fantastic food, and so far a fantastic game this afternoon.
It's amazing. Very good.
There we go. Obviously your first time in the commentary booth, so you're a little bit nervous, but just one thing before we get on to the action. On the bench from you at a certain stage in the game that all the younger folk will probably become accustomed to, and the crowd loved it a little bit.
Yes, we did score 6-7.
So as the families now just rolled in to support her, but a huge match here to open the round. Obviously plenty of changes to season. Obviously losing Jamie Crombie and to Torquay to play for the Surf Coast Chargers, while Olivia Vert has made it down the freeway to play for the Melbourne Uni Black Angels. But plenty of the core group from last year sticking around. Obviously, Courtney Strait, who continues to just get better and better every year, is back this year, as well as the sharpshooter Georgia Varley. But Bellarine Storm have picked up the services of Shayla Golden from Jacksonville, Arkansas. She played for the UWA Tigers in the 2024-25 collegial season, and then went over to Jordan to play in the league over there. In her last year of college, she averaged 11 points and 7 rebounds a game, so has been handy for the Storm in their first game last night against the Warrnambool Mermaids, where they come away with a convincing win. But obviously yourself train with the Champ Women.
Yes,
both our Youth League and Champ Women train together. Just give us a little insight onto what Shayla's like and what you've seen from her so far.
Shayla is very supportive and an amazing team player. It's great to have her join us. She's an awesome player.
So it'll be interesting to see her first game in front of the home crowd as the teams make their way onto the court. Starting lineups for the Storm, it'll be number 3, Chantal Hall, number 9, Courtney Hollowood, number 15, Shayla Golden, number 23, Courtney Strait, and number 35, Georgia Varley. While for the Broncos, it will be, all their numbers are wrong. It'll be number 6, Monique Capriello. Number 12, Rachel Stewart. Number 32, Arena Siamoa. Number 43, Callie Heimberger. And number 8, Eliza Ogilvie, as action gets underway here for the first time this year. Hall now into Varley, 20 points. They look inside, mismatch for Hall, who goes straight to work. 2 points for Chantal Hall early and gets the Storm going. Would know synonymously for as more of a coaching side. Coached the Sunbury Jets Champ Women last year and decided to make a comeback to playing for the Hume City Broncos. So we wish her all the best, as CMO's 3 will come off the front iron. Hollywood now. Her pass is picked off by Capriello. Storm back in numbers though, has to pull it out. Heimberger for 3. Her first points for them. And Golden will come away with the rebound. Eyes darting, looking for an option, and Heimberger having a massive impact early. Gets her 2 points to go off the steal. So all tied up, a minute and a half gone in the first quarter. The Hume City Broncos, just the one game this afternoon. As Hall gets it inside and will draw the contact. Foul will be on number 32 for the Broncos. Arena Siamoa, her first. So far, it feels like both teams are just looking to run the floor at the moment. Would you agree with that, Summer?
Yes, I do agree.
Just feeling each other out. You normally find this in the sort of first few rounds of any basketball semi-professional league. Teams don't really have any idea on how each other plays or what style they're going to play this year. So it's a bit of a feeling out process as Shayla Gold does a great job on D, and Courtney Hollywood will reap it's 2 more points for the Bellarine Storm. Sylvie now, round to Siamoa, into Stewart. He's made the move up from Youth League. I believe you've played on Rachel Stewart a few times, am I wrong? Played for Sunbury a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Very tall player is Rachel Stewart, making her way through the ranks. Started at Youth League 2, now playing Champ Women. There's Golden at the line for 2. A 1, pardon me, got the basket. And it will count, won't count now. Stepped over the line, so we'll go back to the Broncos as some of fans providing their support. Siamoa now to Heimberger, to Capriello, to Ogilvie. Moving the ball around are the Broncos, gets to Heimberger.
It's a really good D.
Stewart steps back, long 2 goes over the ring, and so straight comes up with it. Hollywood putting on the Jets, finds Hall, looks to dance inside, lost control of it, but manages to get it to drop. And the Bellarine Storm out to an early lead, 9-2. 3 minutes gone in this first quarter. So swing it around to Siamoa. Capriello stuck in the key. Hollywood did a good job on D. Heimberger for the long 2. Foot was on the line, only a 2. It's her first. Right now. Steps back, got some separation. Ogilvie did a good job to get a hand to it. And Hall managed to hustle it back in. Golden got the step on her defender, and 2 more points for her. And Bellarine continue to separate themselves from the Broncos early. 7 points the margin. Heimberger now. Guarded by Golden, does a great job on D. They find Siamoa at the top. Looking for options, has to go to Ogilvie. Late in the shot clock, shot needs to go up. It is Heimberger. Clock. Golden now finds Varley, wants to go one-on-one to the ring. She kicks out to Hollywood and her layup won't go, and Chantal Hall continues to dominate. Goring takes her up to 4 points, and the Bellarine Storm again extend their lead out to 9. Stewart to Siamoa. Not much options here for the Broncos. Storm doing a great job to shut anything down. Again, late shot, and she gets it off the glass. So a little bit of a pressure relief there for the Broncos. Cuts the margin back to 6. There's Golden now. Her pass went to no. A timeout going to the Hume City Broncos. So just under halfway through this first quarter, and so far Bellarine Storm look pretty comfortable at the moment, Summer.
Yeah, the defense is really good. I think everyone's tight, man. The ball really well. Yeah.
And for the Broncos, what do you feel needs to change coming out of this timeout? Obviously, it's a fairly common thing for the first round of the season. What do they need to do to get through this Bellarine defense?
I feel like quicker ball movement would help. Yeah.
Wow. Bellarine basketball is back here on the peninsula. It's family day here as well at Bellarine Secondary College. Out the front, plenty of kids around supporting their home team. Decent crowd, and our Youth League women started us off perfectly with a nice win over the Ballarat Miners.
Yeah, it's amazing having all the juniors come down to support us. It really shows us as a club.
I think the other thing to point out is the connection between the senior and the junior program. You often see swarms of kids around players here, our senior players here, when they walk in the building. I know Courtney Strait she walks in and they swarm her, and I saw you talking to a few younger athletes. How important is that connection between the junior and the senior program for not only yourselves but the younger athletes as well?
I think that it's so important. Like, if you put in the effort with them, they'll put in the effort with you.
As Courtney Strait comes away with the steal and gets her first 2 points for 2026 at the Bellarine Secondary College. Had a nice night out last night. 18 points for her in their win against Warrnambool, and the Bellarine Storm are doing Bellarine Storm things as Chantal Hall couldn't get it to drop. Last season, the Bellarine Storm finished on top of the ladder, 19 wins, 3 losses for their season. Went down to the Bulleen Boomers in the grand final. Was the upset of the year, but they will be looking for redemption this year. While the Broncos last year finished 7th on the ladder, 7 wins, 15 losses, and 3 times they come out on top. The most recent one, Bellarine. Certainly a massive matchup early for the Broncos. And for the Storm, if they can come away 2-0 to start the year, confidence will be high. As Rachel Stewart with the first points for this afternoon. There's Hollywood now directing traffic, finds Strait. Goes baseline, gets a step on her defender. And Courtney Strait with another 2 points. Picks up where she left off last night. Up to 4, and the Bellarine take their first double-digit lead of the afternoon. As the foul will be on Samantha Labros. And we'll have another substitution for the Broncos. It'll be number 26, Bianca Jones, checking in for Eliza Ogilvie. 3.5 minutes left in this one. Hollywood now sees some separation. Osborne was curling on the other side. Between the two forwards. So chance here for the Broncos to cut it back to single digits. Moa to Labros. It was picked off by Strait Broncos. You see Varley check in, and another new player for the Storm, Leah Bartlett, checking in for her first minutes, and Courtney Hollywood and Courtney Strait checking in. Out for Bickerton to Moa into Draws the contact and will head to the line for two. Be on number 30 for the Storm, Leah Bartlett. Her first. Quickly touching our Youth League women. Won the championship last year and... Not last year?
Year before.
Year before.
Last year.
Finals last year and then into the... What's it called again? The qualification series.
Yes, the play-ins.
The play-in series last year and came away with 2 wins. So have gone up from Youth League 2 to Youth League 1, which is huge, and have started off the season an even split, 1-1.
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
Bad start for first season in Youth League 1. Plenty of success in Youth League 2. Multiple runners-up and a championship.
Yeah, it's very good to finally move up.
Last year from basketball, but it is great to see you back. And speaking to multiple people, as Georgia Varley gets her basket to go, you certainly haven't lost the touch for basketball, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's great to be back. I missed it.
The Broncos moving it around. All the way back to Siamoa. Varley does a good job on defense. Siamoa had to force a shot, and it'll stay with the Broncos. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll see Bickerton and Labros check out. And it'll be Olivia Woods and Monique Capriello check back in. So they'll need to get a shot off to the heavy contact of Charlotte Armstrong, who will pick up the foul, and Broncos coming away with the result they wanted. Minute 50 left in this first quarter. Gets the first to go. And gets the second to go. Reminder, this is game 1 of a championship doubleheader this afternoon. Champ men at delay to start our proceedings this afternoon. There's some fantastic ball movement for the Bellarine Storm. Leads to Charlotte Armstrong getting an easy basket, and good defense there from Leah Bartlett. But so we do apologise for the late start. We have a substitution for the Broncos. We'll see number 35, Genevieve Mucha, check in. Defense won't go. So still 11-point margin here for the Storm. So they kick it out to Bartlett for 3. It's short, gets her own rebound, decides to go inside. And no luck. Jones comes out with it. Mucha. Woods couldn't secure the pass, so Varley now coming the other way. Definitely a matchup to watch, these two. Similar play styles as Varley thought about it. Oh. Gets it. Shows her 3-point prowess. Jones now settles for the mid-range shot. Couldn't get the shooter's roll, and Bellarine come away with the rebound. Varley now steps through the gap and got the unfriendly bounce, but Armstrong's there to clean it up, and Capriello just pinches it right out of her hands. Goes all the way to the baseline in the perfect spot. 8 seconds left on the game clock, plenty of time. Unselfish basketball by Leah Bartlett. Armstrong will have to get it to go in. Couldn't get it to go. And that will be the end of the first quarter here at the Bellarine Secondary College. It will be your Bellarine Storm 26 leading the Hume City Broncos 12. And so far, Summer, it just feels like Bellarine Storm have picked up where they left off last year, and just looking at the same strength they were last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously losing, we didn't see much of Bridget Rett's at the back end of last year, but Bridget decided to take her talents over to the West in WA in the Murray Lake Hawks. So we wish her all the best in her season. I believe they started this weekend as well. As we mentioned, Jamie Crombie and Olivia Vert also departing the team. But early leaders for this game, Chantal Hall already up to 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 assist, while closely behind her is Georgia Varley with 5 points. And then a multitude of different scorers, Shayla Golden and Courtney Strait on 4, while for the Broncos, pretty even spread of scoring, Rachel Stewart and Arena Siamoa both with 3, and Monique Capriello and Kelly Heinberg both with 2. But you just feel if the Broncos sort of can't get a stop of this Bellarine Storm run and the way they push and spread the floor, you feel like this game's going to slip out of their reach pretty quickly.
Yeah, they won't stop.
As the teams make their way out onto the court. For second half action. Alicia. Line up for the second quarter. It'll be Varley, Osborne, Armstrong, Cochran, Maisie Cochran checking in for her first minutes early. And Bartlett. It will be Jones, Capriello, Heimberger, Mucha and Stewart. So we're waiting for the all clear from the score bench. As the second quarter action gets underway, Broncos will start with it, looking to get an early Bartlett, swarmed by Broncos defenders, does a good job to get out of it. And Varley now to Armstrong, who was instrumental in the back end of the season last year. Without the services of Rettstadt, had to move up and play the 5, and not get the perfect start. Bianca Jones gets her first 2 points for this one. There's Armstrong now, hassled by Heimberger. Back to Armstrong. Nice little dish in pass to Bartlett underneath. Had to get through 3 defenders, couldn't, but it'll stay with the Storm. Varley now, out to Osborne, 4-3 in the corner, will go. As Olivia Osborne, who played about 3 seconds to 3, and now a steal. Eyes darting as she comes down the floor. Varley transition 3. A little bit short. Armstrong couldn't secure the rebound. Capriello now finds Heimberger. As her 3 won't go. Kelly Heimberger, her first year at the Broncos, coming from the Azusa Pacific Cougars over in America, where in her last season averaged 18 points, 1.2 assists per game, as well as 6 rebounds. So a handy pickup for them. As Armstrong nearly got it. So substitution, we'll see number 42, Caitlin Bickerton, checking for Rachel Stewart. 2 minutes gone in this second quarter. Still a 17-point margin in favour of the Storm. Mucha forced her way through the gap. Couldn't get it to go, and Osborne off the foot of Bianca Jones. Substitution for the Storm. We'll see Bartlett and Osborne check out. And Courtney Strait and Courtney Hollywood. Check back in. And the young player on the court, Maisie Corcoran, her first year at the Storm, playing in between Youth League and State Championship. Young up-and-coming talent she is. Is Hollywood now. Late in the shot clock, finds Corcoran to Varley. Needs to pull the trigger, does. Almost a Hail Mary, couldn't get it to go. Bickerton picks up the rebound. And the Broncos just have to slow it down. Storm did a good job in transition defense. There's a nice little find there from Capriello to Bickerton. So the Broncos get 2 more points for the second quarter. Hollywood now to Strait, left on an island. Can't do that here in Big V State Championship Women as Courtney Strait gets 3 more of her own, taking her up to 7 points so far in this one. So the lead blows out to 18 points. Cochran get through 4 defenders to get that pass off and does it perfectly. Finds Courtney Strait, and that's going to lead to Coach Brooke Davenport calling a timeout here for the Hume City Broncos, and the Bellarine Storm now, with 6.5 minutes left in this second quarter, have the biggest lead of the game of 20 points. And Summer, I don't know about you, but it just feels like Bellarine are in cruise control at the moment. We're not seeing the full...
You know, our transition's been great. We're really pushing the ball and getting scores off it.
I just feel like the Bellarine defense is just at the moment. They can't seem to find any shot they do get is heavily contested, or it's picked off before the shot even gets there. So you did mention earlier that you feel it's a little bit stagnant at the moment in their offense, or do you feel the Bellarine Storm are just playing really good defense?
Honestly, like, our pressure is great. It would be hard, but
interesting to see what Coach Brooke Davenport has made, what changes she has made during that timeout. As we see Ogilvie check back in. Courtney Strait fans in the crowd, plenty of them. Her 3rd year in the blue and white. After making the move from the Craigieburn Eagles, Iowa local over in the States. I believe she's friends with Caitlin Clark's sister.
Is she?
I believe so.
Wow.
Don't hold me to that.
I'm going to ask her that.
Shayla Gold is on the line for 2. Obviously, for those at home who don't know what we're talking about, Iowa, I believe they're the Hawkeyes. Women's basketball was huge. Is still huge in the college scene over there. Most known for Caitlin Clark, who could basically pull a 3 from anywhere you asked her to.
She's like Steph Curry.
Basically. They're almost the same, if not better, now in the WNBA. So she continues to get better and better every year, and is a huge part of the Storm community here, as that 3 from Heimberger won't go. If you want a bit more insight from Courtney Strait, make sure you tune into the men's game. She'll be in the commentary booth. There's Chant now. Hands off to Armstrong, who hands off to Hollywood. Is picked by Ogilvie. Labros to Siamoa, who couldn't get the ball down in time and travelled. So quarter, 38-16 in favour of the Storm. Just the one foul called for this quarter. Very clean basketball this afternoon. Straighten out. Gets through her defender, gets through two more defenders, and continues to turn it on. Courtney Straight into double digits, up to 10 points in this afternoon's contest. Heimberger, guarded by Golden, draws a contact and will head to line for two. That'll be his first foul for this afternoon. First team foul, saying that there was only one foul for the game, or for the quarter. Shayla Golden, another fan favourite here at the Bellarine Storm. I'd say everyone's a bit of a fan favourite here. As Heimberger gets that free throw to drop, cutting the margin back to 23. Hollywood now, guarded by Siamoa. Straight, 4-3. Hollywood, smallest player on the court, manages to get the rebound. And then is tipped out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Storm. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Hollywood inside to Armstrong. Splits the gap and gets her first 2 points for the Bellarine Storm. Taylor Chant, her first game, or her first time back on a basketball court after a few years away. Spending some time with her family. As Armstrong running the floor, lost control of it. So Chant gets it back. Finds Hollywood. Sorry, Straight, who then finds Hollywood. As we enter single digits, Chant pulls the trigger up from deep. It comes off the edge of the iron, and Armstrong tried to get it in, but no luck. So back, Broncos ball. Jones now, attacking Chant, spinning, tosses it up, no luck, and Chant will come up with the rebound. Player coming up quick, and Chant goes coast to coast. Doing it on both ends, takes her up to 4 points. Along with a couple of rebounds. It's Heimberger now, guarded by Golden. Does a good job on D. They kick it out to Labros. No luck. Golden with another rebound. Straight, trailing in. Thought about the three. Dishes off to Armstrong. And that is classy basketball by the Storm. Armstrong takes a couple of... Bellarine Storm can do no wrong now at the moment. Shooting at 53% from the field. So certainly having an absolute day out as they extend their lead out to 29 points. Heimberger, 4-3. We'll cut that margin back down, but some of you just feel that just in cruise control at the moment. Second game of the weekend, so some tired bodies after a Saturday night game down in Warrnambool.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell though.
There's a Storm. Did you ever do the trip to Warrnambool summer?
Warrnambool, I think like
maybe
a few years ago though.
How big of a trip in Big V Champ Women's? Ballarine's actually the closest team to Warrnambool.
Yeah.
But how does it take a toll on your body? Obviously, you're in the car for 3 hours there, and then you play for 2 hours. It's normally nearly snowing in Warrnambool. It's that cold, and then sometimes you've got the 3-hour journey back. How much of a toll does it take on your body?
Oh, massive. And then playing it would take a massive toll on your body. Especially Mildura. We did one in Mildura. That was a lot of effort. We've got Albury in our league this year, so that'll be a big weekend.
You have a few road trips this year in Youth 1, don't you?
Yeah,
You have Bendigo as well. Hopefully you have Bendigo and Albury in the same weekend, and it's it'd just be a trip to Albury, and then on the way home you're playing Bendigo.
No, we've just got Albury on the Saturday. Thank goodness.
So, as we mentioned earlier, the women's program here at the Storm is certainly thriving at the moment. You see champ women in the seniors, and then our Youth League women's got promoted to Youth 1 this year. They started off the season with a 3-2 record. While the Bellarine Storm champ women look to continue their success at the top after last season's efforts, as Golden lost control of the ball. Capriello was there to pick up the steal, and she'll go all the way, and was last touched off her. Great defense there by Taylor Chant. So nearly close to half time here at the Bellarine Secondary College. People continue to enter the stadium. After this one, as Armstrong looked for the back door, instead goes to Hollywood. Who hands off to Chant. The Golden, pardon me, who gets it to Chant. No luck for her. The tap down by Stewart works in favour of the Broncos, and then it doesn't. Straights there. Golden. Kick out to Hollywood. Foot's on the line. Long two. No good, and Armstrong will come up with the rebound. It'll stay with the Storm as we enter the final 60 seconds of the first half. And Coach Dave Smith for the Bellarine Storm wants to talk things over. His first year at the helm, obviously, was the inaugural Youth League women's coach here at Bellarine. Coached the first 3 years of the Bellarine Storm Youth League women. Now he's handy right-hand man. But certainly David Smith synonymous for success here at the Bellarine Storm. Delivered 3 flags up on the wall, I believe, and has been a part of Tim Sanderson's coaching squad for multiple years now. Tim's obviously taking some time away from coaching to focus on his family. Still here this afternoon, but I'd say a lot less work during the week in terms of watching scouts and preparing. Teams make their way back out for the final minute. Still the Bellarine Storm with a comfortable lead of 26 points. Second game of the weekend for them, as we mentioned. Playing last night in Warrnambool. Coming away winners 79-52. Georgia Varley leading the way, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Courtney Strait, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Every player that touched the round team effort as we have a jump ball. He'll stay with the Storm. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. 55 to go in the first half. And gets it to drop. Almost surprised herself a little bit that that one went in. As that takes Armstrong up to 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and Heimberg with the quick 3 misses here for the Storm to go 2 for 1. 39 seconds left on the game clock, 24-second shot clock still in. Golden thought about the backdoor of Strait, instead goes to Chant. Who attacks through the middle, over the heavy contact, gets her own rebound, goes up again. straight. And 6 on the shot. The pass was a little bit wayward from Chant, so it'll stay back into the Broncos. You'd think they get the last shot, 18 seconds on the game clock. Capriello. Inside to Stewart, outside to Labros. Capriello, 4-3, gets that one to go. 3 more points for her as 4 seconds left on the game clock. Courtney Hollywood's going to have to do something quickly. Nice little step through, gets the basket to go. And that is the perfect finish to a perfect half from the Bellarine Storm, who lead at 50-23 here at the Bellarine Secondary College. And Summer, it has been an all-round classy performance so far by the Storm. What do the Broncos need to do in the second half to try and slow this Bellarine Storm team down?
I think their ball pressure needs to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, as we head to the halftime break, we'll be back in just under 8 minutes. Reminder, it is the Bellarine Storm leading the Hume City Broncos here at the Bellarine Secondary College.
I can't do this.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Bellarine Secondary College here for this State Championship Women's Round 1 matchup between the Bellarine Storm and the Hume City Broncos. Hume here with a Youth League Women's player for the Bellarine Storm, Summerfield. And so far it has been the Bellarine Storm who have been on top for the whole game. They currently lead 50-23, and we talking before the break that the Bellarine Storm are just in full cruise control at the moment. Currently shooting 53% from the field and leading almost every statistical category in the game. The major one is rebounds. Bellarine with 31 rebounds compared to just the 9 for the Broncos. So certainly some work to do here for the Broncos, but Summer, obviously, we spoke before the halftime break about how the Broncos can change their style of play this second half. And what are your thoughts? How do they need to get through this suffocating defense of the Bellarine Storm?
I think they just got to keep moving the ball and not stop.
Wow.
But also, I don't think that Bellarine should take the foot off the pedal, as it's a bit of a gap, but the game's not over. Anything can happen.
And I mean, we have seen stranger things happen in this Big V Championship Women's. So certainly know that Dave Smith and his athletes will not take the foot off the pedal. I expect to see a few more substitutions in this second half. Obviously, the back end of a doubleheader this weekend for the Storm. While the Broncos with some fresher legs, only the one game this weekend. Coming up after this is our state championship men who take on the Wyndham Basketball Association.
Did they play last night?
Who?
The state men?
No. So
that's good. Fresh legs.
Shall be a very interesting game. Two very different looking teams this year. So make sure you settle in for an afternoon of hoops action. The teams make their way back onto the courts. It'll be Varley, Hollywood, Strait, Hall and Golden for the Storm. Well, for the Broncos, it'll be Ogilvie, Capriello, Stewart, Siamoa and Heimberger, as the Broncos will start their offense, and Heimberger's shot won't go. And so Golden comes up with the rebound and will pull the trigger in transition three, and Shayla Golden gets her second half off to the perfect start. Takes her up to 9 points for the game, 6 rebounds to go along with that. Siamoa down the other end. Her free throw jump shot won't go, and again, Bellarine just want to run. That's all they've done, as Golden has her shot blocked and manages to get it inside the Hall, and the tall timber of the Broncos managed to stop a score there. Capriello out to Stewart, to Heimberger. Transition three from her won't go, and the ball will roll out of court in favour of the Storm. Even spread of scoring tonight for the Storm. Most players touching the court have scored in some way or another. Still Courtney Strait leading the way for them, but Golden looks like she might start to take things over. And speaking of the devil, Courtney Strait, a rare miss there for her. Out to Varley, 4-3, that's her range, and that's what Georgia Varley does best, as she now enters double digits as well, up to 10 points. Her second three of the match, and Ogilvie. Rush shot from her won't go, and Storm in numbers in transition. Pass to Hall was too high. Capriello ends up with it. Transition basketball, three from Ogilvie is up and is down for the Broncos, as they get their first points of the second half. Storm haven't taken the foot off the pedal yet. This is the matchup to watch all game. Varley v Capriello. Golden stops, pops, and gets it to drop. Another 2 points, 5 points for her in the second half. 2.5 minutes of action gone. Samoa now to Capriello. 5 points for her in this one. 3 steals, 2 assists as well as they swing it all the way around to Heimberger. Late in the shot clock, has to shoot it and gets it off the glass. Her second bank 3 of the contest. That'll take her into double digits. Up to 11. Straight, looking for some separation. Decides to dance with Ogilvie. Out to Varley, finds the 3, short. Hall, offensive rebound. Golden, the hot hand so far this quarter. Can't get it to go, and Capriello on the break. Hollywood wanted the charge, didn't get it. Capriello comes away with the 2 points. Takes her up to 7. Hollywood now to Golden. Through the middle, got stuck under the ring. Varley had it and then lost it. Now Heimberger with it. Running race down the court. Heimberger pulls it out. Ogilvie into Stewart. Had to reach for it, couldn't get it. So a bit of scrappy basketball here from both teams at the moment. Into Hall. Her pass is picked by Heimberger, and Varley got up to meet the tall timber of Rachel Stewart. Hall. Throw from the elbow. The ball will stay with the Storm. We'll have a substitution here for the Broncos. We'll see Olivia Woods check back in. Rachel Stewart will check out. Still Bellarine Storm ball. Hall wanted it. Instead it goes to straight. From deep. Off the back iron. No luck. And Ogilvie comes up with the rebound. Samoa now. Nice little dish off pass to Woods for 2 points. Just a little glimmer of hope there for the Broncos. Classy little play from them. Margin still at 25 points. Varley now to Golden. Nice little jab step, lost control and managed to regain to Hall, who's blocked by Heimberger. And Capriello's out on the break. Varley does a great job on defense, just straight up and down. And again, defense for the Bellarine Storm are just absolutely suffocating this Hume City Broncos offense.
Yep.
As we'll see Samantha Labros check back in for the Broncos. And she'll have an instant impact. 2 points for her. Her first 2 points for the game. Varley out to Golden. Wants to go downhill. Nice spinning move. Basket will count. Capriello couldn't get there in time, and Shayla Golden is having a fantastic third quarter. 7 points for her so far, potentially 8. And I said in the first half that we haven't seen this Bellarine Storm at full strength yet, and Shayla Golden now taking full opportunity to show her offensive prowess. She gets that one to go, takes over the leading scoring for the Storm, up to 14. Nice little ball movement there from the Broncos. Couldn't come away with the points. Hollywood now. Golden to Varley. Golden's rolling, spins,
Ooh.
gets it to drop.
Shayla's a very creative player.
Well, we've seen the past few plays, dancing, spinning. As she gets another defensive stop.
What?
And Heimberger, with a fancy play of her own, manages to get the basket to drop. Ball back in Golden's hands. She wants to continue to go to work. Lost control of it. Hall got a defender in the air. Golden No luck from deep. Set decides to go inside. And she knew straight away, as soon as she hit it, that it was going to be a charge. We'll have a timeout here for the Bellarine Storm, but it is Shayla Golden who continues to make her impact here for the Bellarine Storm in 2026, as the Storm lead 63-37. 4 minutes to go in this third quarter, and Summer again, it's just Bellarine Storm's transition. They just want to run, they just want to push the ball, and right now it just feels they haven't even got into any of their offensive sets. They're just so happy to run the ball and have people attacking the rim.
Yeah, they're getting really good looks early.
Yeah, obviously basketball is played better at pace, but yourself, you can't give too much away, but how much of an offensive threat, once they get into their plays, can this Bellarine Storm be?
Yeah, look, when we get moving, like, we're unstoppable.
And so many multiple level scorers for this Bellarine Storm team. Anyone can shoot the three. Anyone can drive and attack the rim. So Dave Smith and his coaching staff are certainly going to be happy.
Yeah, very versatile team.
With a 2-0 start to the season. And promising signs as Shayla Golden will take a well-deserved break, and we'll see Charlotte Armstrong check back in. 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Slowly catching up on our delayed start this afternoon. Varley now guarding Labros. Finds Capriello up the top. Dances with Courtney Strait. Mucha, who finds Woods for her mid-range shot. Nice little play out of the timeout there for Coach Davenport. Strait now. Decides to not use the Armstrong screen and instead gets it all the way to Varley, who gets it to Hall. Hollywood in the corner, 4-3, gets it to go. And we were talking about how the Bellarine Storm love to play in transition, but that right there shows that they can score from anywhere in sets too, and Hollywood does a good job to force a turnover there. And they will get the ball back. 66-39. 3 minutes left in this third quarter as Hollywood creates some separation after her three. Couldn't get it to go. Armstrong hit the deck hard. And he's a bit slow to get up as Strait gets that one to drop. And again, continuing to score from all areas on the court are the Bellarine Storm. 14 points for Courtney Strait. Bellarine Storm still shooting around that 50% mark, 47% to be exact. As Armstrong did a good job on D, I thought, against Heimberger, but will pick up the pushing foul. That will be her second. So Bellarine shooting 50% from the two-point line, while 41% from the three-point line. So overall, a fantastic shooting clip for the team, while the Broncos are shooting 36% in everything. Field goals, threes, well, twos and threes. Still an above average clip for shooting from the field. Substitutions here for the Broncos. We'll see Heimberger, Capriello out, and Siamoa and Bianca Jones checking in, while Maisie Corcoran will check back in, and Chantal Hall will take a well-deserved break. Hollywood now, her second year with the Storm, coming from the Surf Coast Chargers, while before that was playing Siebel for Geelong. Courtney Strait, heat check for her, gets that one to drop.
Cannot leave her open.
Such a threat from anywhere on the court, takes her up to 17 points. Was a favourite for MVP last year. And again, transition basketball for the Bellarine Storm is their specialty. And right now, the Broncos with no answers as the lead balloons out to 34 points. Minute 50 left in this third quarter. There's another steal there. Armstrong had Varley. Decides to find Straight. Who's got the hot hand? Lost control of it, and it'll stay with the Storm. Good defensive possession there by the Broncos to stop an almost certain score. Straight wanted it. Pushed off the ball a little bit. Gets it to Hollywood. Cochran didn't realise Labros was beside her. Now Labros with it. Attacking Straight. Tossed it up overhead. Got her own rebound and draws the contact. And we'll head to the line for two. Foul will be on number 7 for the Storm. Charlotte Armstrong. Her third. And it'll be Courtney Hollywood checking out. No. Yes, it will be. And Courtney Straight checking out. Excuse me. And we'll see Leah Bartlett and Olivia Osborne check in. Labros at the line for 2. Olivia Osborne, another two-way player for the Storm. Playing both Youth League and State Championship women this year. And I believe one of the many players here in this team that have made their way through the junior program here at the Bellarine Storm. Has become a bit of a club favourite here. Known for doing all the things that don't show up on the stat sheet, all the 1%ers. As we have a jump ball on the play and it'll stay with the Storm. So 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Minute 10 left in this third quarter. Osborne. Skip pass to Bartlett, goes baseline. Pass was off the knee of Labros. Now she has it. Wants to go all the way, does. The shot was blocked by Varley. There's Bartlett. A little bit of a wayward pass there. Had to make Varley work for it. Now Bartlett now pulls the trigger down the other end. No luck. Corcoran couldn't secure the rebound. Instead, Jones does. Siamoa coming the other way, finds Labros in the corner, 4-3. It'll be short, and it'll be last out on Olivia Woods. So we enter the last 30 seconds of this third quarter. Multiple young talents still to come into this team for the Storm. Jada Button and Tarly Smith both on the bench this evening for Bellarine. Be unlikely to see Jada Button tonight though.
No, she did cop a whack to the face in the Youth League game. Has
a pretty nasty shiner as Osborne in the corner. No luck. Ball will be last touched off Leah Bartlett. 2.2 seconds left. And it is her shiner is coming along quite well. I can see it from here. As Labros will just dribble it out. One-handed shot from half court, nearly went. And that will round out the third quarter here at the Bellarine Secondary College. It'll be the Bellarine Storm leading 74 over the Hume City Broncos 42. And it just feels like this game is all but out of reach for the Broncos summer. Well, as we quickly check some stats for the game, it'll be Courtney Straight leading the way with 17 points, 7 rebounds and 2 steals. While for her counterpart, Shayla Golden, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Well, for the Broncos, it will be Kelly Heinberger in her first game for the Broncos. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Followed behind Monique Capriolo with 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 steals. But you certainly feel it's a perfect time for the Bellarine Storm to work on some of their set plays. Maybe not play so fast, transition and get through their sets. While for the Broncos, it's trying to find a way to just slow down this offensive scoring Bellarine Storm, who have scored at least 24 points in the first 3 quarters. So they are doing a fantastic job to score at will. Mind you, that was the Broncos' best scoring quarter for the game.
Yeah, they were moving the ball really well. I feel like when they get through their plays and don't shoot like really quick, they do really well.
Only lost that quarter by 5 points, so a much better quarter for them. Let's see if they can have a better half than they did in the first half. Reminder, the next game up will be the state championship men taking on the Wyndham Basketball Association, and I can tell you these teams played each other in pre-season, and from what I watched, this game is going to be a cracker. And there has been some huge moves made by Wyndham in the off-season, so as well as the Bellarine Storm. So make sure you stick around for that one, as we've got 10 more minutes of action left here on this cold Sunday afternoon at the end of March, not April. As we get underway, it'll be Varley, Bartlett, Cochrane, Armstrong and Osborne for the Storm. Well, CMO, who just pulls the 3. No luck. Capriello, Bickerton, Jones and Ogilvie for the Broncos. As Armstrong comes up with another rebound, then threw it away. Ogilvie credited with the steal. CMO now to Jones. Dances with Leah Bartlett and couldn't get the shot to drop. Armstrong makes sure of it this time. Bartlett will bring it down for the Storm. Varley stepping through the middle. Got hit late. Asking for the foul. Nice little 1-2 there between Jones and Ogilvie, and Jones has a clear run to the line, to the ring. Couldn't finish it. Nice little skip ahead pass there from Varley to Armstrong. Will draw the contact. It'll be a baseline ball. Foul on number 26 for the Broncos. Bianca Jones. Her first. We'll see. Double substitution for the Storm. Osborne and Armstrong out, and Hall and Straight checking in. So we're just going to have a quick pause in play to fix the shot clock here. 1 minute gone in this first quarter. So we have substitution for the Broncos as well. Kelly Heinberg will check in, and we'll see Varley to inbound, finds Straight. Had a fantastic third quarter. Can she continue it? Thought about the 3. Hesitated and got closed out on. And Hall diving on the ball. Corcoran has to work hard. And will travel with the ball. So it'll go back to the Broncos. So far, a good start to the quarter here for the Broncos. Have held the Storm scoreless for 2.5 minutes, the longest the Storm haven't scored in all game.
Their pressure has definitely picked up in defense.
Kelly Heinberg gets the Broncos underway, gets their first 2 points for the game, for the quarter. There's Hall to Bartlett, left on an island, comes off the back ring, and another defensive possession for the Broncos goes in their favour. Siamoa to Ogilvie, pulls the trigger off the front iron, will get her own rebound. And the Broncos another chance here to have a fantastic start to this fourth quarter. Capriello spinning, slipped on what was potentially a wet spot. A little bit slow to get up, looks to be all right as Varley has the ball pinched. Capriello seems to be all right. As Varley will check out and Hollywood will come in. Capriello was the Sunbury Jets champ women's coach last season. Decided to make a return to the playing side. Experience at the second highest level in Australia, playing Siebel back when Siebel was now NBL 1, as Maisie Corcoran gets her first points for the game. There's a rebound and a block to go along with that. Heimberg, transition 3. No luck, and so the Bellarine Storm, after a slow start, now back into their groove. Hall pleading for it inside, doesn't get it. Instead, it makes it all the way around to Courtney Straight, who gets another 3 to her total, up to 20 points, having an absolute day out this afternoon. 62% from the field. 4 from 6 from the three-point line for her this afternoon. I say it every season, but early MVP candidate. Heimberger, her 3 goes long. Hollywood looking for Straight. Instead, gets stuck on the other side. The Straight's on an island on the other side, but Courtney Hollywood wants to get in all the fun. And Bartlett with a nice pass fake. Out to Hollywood. Attacks again late in the shot clock. Straight's going to have to get to work. Into Corcoran. Does a good job to absorb the contact and will get to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 42 for the Broncos, Caitlin Bickerton. It'll be her first. We'll see her take a break. Number 15, Olivia Woods, check back in. 6.5 minutes left in this one. Obviously, a bit of a weird one for the champ teams this year. Come in for one round and then the weekend off for Easter. League-wide weekend off, so obviously no games next weekend in Big V. There'll be NBL 1 games going on, but for Youth League, probably not a bad early season break.
Yeah, it's good. It'll be good to have a break. 5 games in 3 weeks.
A huge start to the season. Well, for the champ teams, it'll be interesting to see if it sort of not messes, but just throws you off a little bit. An early break in the season. You get 2 games in and then you've lost all your momentum because you've got to go away for Easter.
Yep.
As we see Shayla Golden check back in and Maisie Corcoran having a break. Capriello couldn't get the first one to go. Shayla Golden, fantastic third quarter, had 8 points in the span of about 2 minutes. As Capriello will go 1 from 2 from the free throw line, and she will take a well-deserved break, and we'll see Siamoa check back in for the Broncos. 6 minutes left in this one. Storm still with that comfortable 35-point lead, 80 to 45. Much better quarter defensively from the Broncos. There's Ogilvie. Lost control of it. Bartlett did a good job to save it from going out of bounds, and transition basketball is what the Bellarine Storm are known for, and they are certainly showing they haven't lost their touch for it this year. So they get another 2 points, and now Labros with it. Draws the contact. Foul will be on number 23 for the Storm. Courtney Straight, her first. Substitution for the Storm. We'll see Taylor Chan, Charlotte Armstrong and Olivia Osborne check in, and Courtney Straight, Chantal Hall and Leah Bartlett check out. Labros, her 3 is long. And Chant now has a free lane to the ring. Unlucky there. I thought that was a fantastic move from Taylor Chant. So did Coach Dave Smith. But Taylor Chant, her first or second game back after having a few years off to spend some time with her family. Oh, as Kelly Heimberg come up a bit sore after that play. We'll keep an eye on her. A bit slow to come back down the court as Chant did a good job to absorb the contact. Golden has a free key and almost too much space as arms and limbs going everywhere. Osborne caught a stray hand to what looks to be the eye. She looks all right. Do you find that, Summer? If you have too much space, you almost psych yourself out.
Yep. A wide open layup.
And end up
It's
missing.
harder to make. Too much pressure.
2 more points for Samantha Labros. Takes her up to 6 for this afternoon. Hollywood to Osborne. Potentially come off the foot of Ogilvie. And managed to get it back. Chant to Golden. Don't really know what happened there. A pump fake, but I don't think she meant to pump fake it. Managed to get it off without travelling. Labros now uses the screen of Woods, and Chant did a good job. Pushed off the ball, and Taylor Chant providing some defensive pressure off the bench. Substitution for the Broncos will see Labros and Heimberger check out, and Capriello and Bianca Jones check back in. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter here. Round 1 state championship women. Bellarine Storm will start their season 2-0. A perfect start for them as Chant did a good job to draw the contact. Foul will be on number 32 for the Broncos, Arena Siamoa. Hollywood now finds Chan, lost control of it, managed to regain it, potentially carried it. Golden kick out to Hollywood, long 2, and Osborne and Siamoa wrestle for it. It'll stay with the Storm. We'll see Genevieve Mucha check in for Eliza Ogilvie. Osborne lifts up the top and they manage to get it into Armstrong. Osborne, Hollywood, Armstrong cutting. Goes over the top of her head, no luck, gets her own rebound. Goes again and draws the contact. And we'll head to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 15 for the Broncos, Olivia Woods. Charlotte Armstrong, 6 points, 6 rebounds and 3 assists in her performance tonight. She misses the first. As we mentioned before, both state championship men's and women's will have next weekend off due to the Easter break, as the ball will be last touched off Osborne. So we'll be back on the 11th of April. The Broncos will be taking on the Sherbrooke Suns at Sherbrooke, while the Bellarine Storm will take on Western Port over the bay in Western Port. Capriello now. Finds Siamoa to Jones. Fading shot won't go. Chant comes up with another rebound. Eyes darting. Pass was picked off by Capriello though. And Jones pushing the floor the other way. Nice little dish off to Woods. Got the unlucky bounce. And Golden will secure the rebound for the Storm. Quick around the grounds for the rest of the afternoon's matches. Sunbury defeating Warrandyte at their home, while Western Port and Bulleen currently doing battle at Western Port. Western Port with the 6-point lead. Shayla Golden gets 2 more points for her total, and Sherbrooke and McKinnon locking horns at McKinnon. Sherbrooke with the 9-point lead early in that one. There's Mucha. Her floater won't hit the ring. Back come the Storm in transition. Armstrong decides to kick it out, and Golden for the transition 3 off to the right. And as we enter the final 120 seconds of this match, Bellarine Storm with the 39-point lead. Mucha guarded by Golden. Finds Jones late in the shot clock, has to go to work, steps back, Nearly got it to Roland. Taylor Chant with another rebound. Not the biggest player on the court. Potentially got away with an offensive foul there. Not the biggest player on the court, but putting in a ton of effort. She's got 4 points, 5 rebounds. As Capriello drove baseline and drew the contact, but it'll stay on the baseline. Foul will be on Shayla Golden for the Storm. Her third. And we'll see Capriello and Woods check out. And Rachel Stewart and Caitlin Bickerton check in. There's a bit of confusion on the court. I believe they're trying to work out whether it was bonus or not. Still 2 fouls away from bonus for the Storm. Hollywood worked hard to get the steal. And Jones now, her 3 will go long and will be last touched off Stewart. So Osborne now. Chan. Golden gets a quick step on her defender, going through all defenders, and Genevieve Mucha did a great job to meet her at the ring. Come away with a clean block, and now does a good job to beat her on defense. And a great passage of play there from the Broncos. Samoa just missing to the left on her 3. So going inside to Golden, out to Hollywood, 4-3. Short, Armstrong in there with a huge rebound, missed it. Got another one, but still can't get it to roll. As Charlotte Armstrong is visibly frustrated with herself. Plenty of rebounds for her tonight, 9, but I think she'd prefer the points over the rebounds. And Stewart now, another fantastic defensive possession there by Chant. As they will dribble out the clock here. You would think no, Golden wants to go to work. And that will round out the match here at the Bellarine Secondary College. It will be the Bellarine Storm, 86, defeating the Hume City Broncos of 47. And the Bellarine Storm will start their season 2-0. While the Broncos will go 0-1. It was the import duo over Courtney Strait and Shayla Golden, who combined for 20 points each. Shayla Golden, 12 rebounds. Courtney Strait, 8 rebounds. Next best for the Storm was Chantal Hall, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Well, for the Broncos, it was Kelly Heinberg's first game for the Broncos, 16 points, 3 rebounds. But as we round out this state champ women's match, thank you for joining us, Summer. It's been a pleasure. Good luck for the rest of your season, and potentially we might have you back on later in the season. But make sure you stick around. It'll be championship men's action coming up next, 3 o'clock tip-off here at the Bellarine Secondary College. It'll be the Bellarine Storm taking on the Wyndham Basketball Association. Hume and Summerfield checking out. Thank you for watching.